This is gonna be 3 exercises that every dog owner should be doing with their dog, no matter the age, the breed, or the size of the dog. It's gonna change your relationship, it's gonna change your training, it's gonna change how you interact with your dog and make your relationship stronger and better. And the first thing is gonna be, hey Fred, trying to film here? Fred. The first thing is gonna be mental and physical stimulation. So a lot of people will say, how do I physically and mentally stimulate my dog? Okay, physically makes sense. We go for a run, we go for a hike, we go for a walk around the neighborhood. That makes sense. But how do you mentally stimulate your dog? That's easy. That's the first thing we're gonna talk about, is testing your dog. So we're gonna tell the dog, stay. Now we're throwing something that the dog wants. So the dog has to think, the dog has to pay attention, and the dog has to have good impulse control to make a decision when to go for the toy that they want. You can do this with food, you can do this with toys, you can do this with items. Yes, good. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring the ball back. She wants this ball, that's fine. Out, good. Quarter lap, good. We're gonna heel the dog around just a little bit, and we're gonna do some more mental stimulation here, right? So mental stimulation is making the dog think. Stay, quarter place, good. Lap, lap, good, heel, good. So I'm making the dog think right now. When are you gonna go get the ball? When is it okay to go get the ball? Sit, good. Lap, good. Why do you think you should do this? Okay, blueberries, bananas, breakers, break, good. So now what I'm gonna do with you guys is I'm gonna show something a little bit more advanced, which is actually recalling the dog off the ball. So some people say like, all right, my dog does all these things. How can I make training more advanced? How can I advance my obedience? Let me show you. Lap. So again, physical is the running, chasing the ball. The mental stimulation is thinking about when they are allowed to go to the ball. Quarter stay. Quarter break. Yes. Lap. Asi. Quarter lap. Good girl. Yes, good. So that's gonna be the physical and mental, guys. So that's the first thing that everybody should be doing with their dog. Those are the exercises that you can do. Again, you could do this with thresholds. You can do this with throwing the ball, with chuck it, with frisbee, anything, but that's physical. Mental stimulation is the very first exercise everybody should be doing with their dog. Going out and playing with their dog, walking with their dog, playing chuck it with their dog, playing frisbee with your dog, all those things. Dogs are animals. They need to exert this energy. They need to exert these things because that's what they need to do as animals. And of course, as dogs, in order to be happy and to release that mental and physical stimulation. So that's number 1. All right, so number 2, guys, is gonna be thresholds. So again, you could do this with, so thresholds are gonna be, the dog wants something, kind of like chasing the ball, but they can't have it until you release them. But in this case, it's gonna be an actual physical barrier, right? So it's gonna be the fence, or it's gonna be a crate, or it's gonna be a doorway. And in this case, we're gonna keep it outside and we're gonna use the fence. So let me show you what this looks like. This is gonna change your relationship with your dog forever. So this threshold, quarter cup, good. Stay. So throwing the thing that they want, she can't have that thing until you release the dog. So if you guys have, of course you have a door at home. When you guys go to your door at home, this is stuff that you can be doing right here with your dog. So let me just grab a leash and show you what this looks like if you don't have a good threshold boundary, so you can introduce the threshold boundary system so you can start changing your relationship with your dog right now. All right, so let's say you guys aren't as advanced as Miss Lakota here, the 9-year-old demo dog. So it's totally okay. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put a leash on your dog. So minimize the freedom the dog has if they're not ready for something like this. So it's not so much we're cutting off their freedom, we're just setting them up for success because maybe your dog doesn't understand how to do this yet. So thresholds, again, having something that the dog says, I'm gonna go through the door because that's what we do every day. I'm gonna break through the crate because that's what we do every day. I'm gonna get out of the car, I'm gonna jump out of the truck, I'm gonna get out of the van. I'm gonna do this on my own accord without any barrier, without any filter. So putting that filter, putting that barrier on the dog is gonna teach the dog to pay attention to you and wait for permission. It's kind of like asking a kid to hold your hand before you cross the road, right? So open the gate, stay. I'm making it hard for her because she's obviously a pretty well-trained dog. So let's say your dog broke through. You're gonna use your leash, you're gonna correct the dog the moment that they break through. This is absolutely huge. If you guys are just going to get your dog and bringing them back, or maybe your dog is coming back and you're trying it again, you're missing a key component. You're not teaching the dog the moment they actually do this, they're doing something wrong. All you're doing is you're resetting. So it's basically like 1 + 1 = 3, nope. 3, nope. 3, nope. Teach them. 1 + 1 = 2. Don't go out the door. Break. Now you can go out the door. So having a leash on your dog and correcting your dog and enforcing your stay or enforcing your threshold is absolutely mandatory. So that's number 2. So number 1 is going to be physical and mental stimulation. Every single dog needs that every single day. Number 2, practicing thresholds. This is a great way to start your day. This is a great way to start your dog's training. This is a great day to refresh your relationship. This is a great way to start your relationship. If you have a dog at home and you want to get better at these things with your dog, and you want a better trained dog, and you want a more engaged dog, and you want a dog that listens like Lakota and maybe Burley sometimes. Now we're gonna get on to, last but not least, probably the most important thing, which is gonna be number 3. Last but certainly not least, guys, is gonna be engagement, focus with your dog, right? Getting your dog to look at you, creating that deeper relationship, creating that deeper thought between each other, really getting the dog to look directly at you and say, what can I do for you? What do you want me to do? I just find it endearing, and I also find it to be inspiring and motivating that the dog is like, I'm looking at you for direction, right? So if you have a focus command where the dog looks directly at you, or look, this is where you want to start practicing these. These things are going to be something that you could do every day to deepen that relationship with your dog. I'll show you what it looks like with Lakota. Good. So I want her to look at me. Good. Yes, good. Good. And then the dog gets paid. So I'm going to show you a couple exercises that you can do. Out. Good. Left. Good. See that relationship right there, guys? See that focus? See that engagement? All that was taught when she was a puppy. The way that I did this was very simple. When she looked at me, look. Yes, the dog gets paid. So creating that engagement every single day will help deepen and build that relationship even stronger. So it's short and sweet there with the look and the focus command, but that's something that I suggest everybody do to create a more enriched relationship with your dog. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope it was helpful. As I said before, the brand new Dog Person shirt is now live on our site. And of course, we're gonna be in Australia, England, and New Zealand this year, 2025, doing a seminar. I hope to see you guys live and in person, meet you, shake hands, talk dogs. Link is in the description below. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next time. Peace.